Hello, everybody. This is Bernie Strom, and welcome to my YouTube channel for today's program, which is Field of Dreams Baseball. We're going to do the month of August, the entire month. We're going to sim during this broadcast, as it is our custom every season, and this is season 8. The dog days of summer, which is August for our league, we sim. We play out, obviously, April, May, June, in July, 1 month per week. But in the month of August, we do 1 month in a day. And it is August. So that's what we're going to do. Before we get started, I'm sure everybody knows what our standings are, but we'll just review them and mention a few of the teams and what got those teams to where they currently are here on August 1st in season number 8. Sandlot Division, Beantown has led most of the way in the Sandlot Division. The Sandlot Division is known for the fact that it is not terribly strong this season. As a matter of fact, every team in the Sandlot Division is under 500. Currently, Beantown is 53 and 55. They have been above 500 on occasion, but they have led most of the way, and they lead amazing by 7 games, a pretty solid lead. As everyone knows, I do a lot of simulations during the course of our off days, and all of them indicate to me that Beantown's going to win that division. They may even win with a winning record from what I can tell, but right now they're 53 and 55. And speaking of Beantown, Mark, Beantown's GM and manager, is in the ballpark. Good afternoon, Mark. Anyway, we move to the Moneyball division. St. Louis is led all the way there also, but they are closely followed by Chico's, Philadelphia, and Lehigh. 3.5, 5.5, and 6.5 games back, respectively. I expect that will be a little clarity at the end of our simming here in the month of August. But right now, all 4 of them are bunched up, and everybody's got a shot at it, though, although St. Louis has led all the way. As MV checks in, Jeff Hunter's also here. Boy, we're pouring in. Here we go. The natural division, Vegas got out to a quick lead this season and played very well the first half of the year. But the second half, they've been less than 500 baseball. And Hagerstown has caught them. They're tied for the lead. And the Union Stewards, 5.5 back, and Washington, 8.5 back. All 3 teams, Hagerstown, Union Stewart, and Washington, have been closing on Vegas. It would not surprise me to see Hagerstown or Union Stewart in first place when the simming is over for the month of August. Wouldn't make me happy, but it also wouldn't surprise me. Both teams are very good. Hagerstown's been a solid team all year. They're run by the league. Union Stewards is run by Mike Silva, who just completed a big trade, trading Lou Gehrig for Pedro Martinez, and Pedro might be just what the Union Steward needs to win the division. Rain delay division's been led all the way by San Francisco, followed by Crystal Lake. Crystal Lake has been as much as 11, 12 games behind, but they are starting to close up the gap on San Francisco also. Crystal Lake has a very strong team along with San Francisco, and one of those 2 teams will be winning that division. Edmonton, with a record of 56 and 53, 15 games back, also has a very good team. Unfortunately, they're stuck in the strongest division in this league. So they're going to have a hard time passing those 2 teams. Well, that's about it. As you see over on the right of the screen, Union Stewards has the highest batting average by far. They have quite the batting order. They're number 1, San Francisco number 2, and Vegas and St. Louis tied for 3rd in batting order. Runs per game, Union Stewards, Washington, and San Francisco 1, 2, 3. Washington led by Babe Ruth. Team ERA, well, this is also interesting. Chico's, Lehigh, Philadelphia, Cleveland, Manchester, all in the same league. And that is the other side, the league we're not in, the Naturals and Rain Delay. All the top pitching teams are there. Hagerstown, the top pitching team in my league, the league that I'm in here with the Naturals and Rain Delay. I think that's the Universal League. I can't remember, quite frankly, since it's never marked here, so I never remember which league is which. Hagerstown is number 1 in pitching, Vegas number 2, San Francisco 3. However, our league's got the hitters, the other leagues got the pitchers. It should make for an interesting World Series. All right, so without any further ado, we've got 7 people in here watching live. Let's play the month of August. Without any commentary, we're going to hit play August. You can watch the bottom of the screen as well as I do. And when the month is done, we'll discuss where we are and review the teams. So let's play August. And there it is. We are done with the month of August. That was quick. We now will go to the leader page and let's see where we stand. That was quick. We're at September 1st. Sandlot Division, Beantown, 5 games under 500. However, as you can see, Amazing in Manchester are 10 games back. Beantown is probably got a lock on the Sandlot Division. Congratulations, Mark. 10 games ahead of Amazing, 10 games ahead of Manchester. Manchester's made somewhat of a comeback with Lou Gehrig there as they were down the bottom near Lancaster. Now they've climbed up to 55 and 80, 10 games back. Who knows? Maybe they can make their move. Good luck, MV, in your attempt to take the Sandlot Division. As we move to Moneyball, St. Louis has widened their lead over all 3 teams, Chico, Lehigh, and Philadelphia. It appears that Philadelphia has fallen out of it. They're 11.5 back. Chico's 8 back, and Lehigh 8.5 back, both playing .600 baseball. Very good baseball, actually. But St. Louis has widened their lead in the month of August by 5 games. St. Louis is 89 and 45. Lehigh moved up from 4th to 3rd, but Chico's is holding on 8 games back, and you never know what can happen in the month of September as Buckshot comes in. Buckshot, the general manager and manager of Chico's. Natural Division, Vegas was just tied with Hagerstown and 5.5 ahead of Union Stewart when the month of August started. Now have a 3.5 game lead over Hagerstown. Hagerstown slipping a little bit, the league run team. Union Stewards picks up a couple of games on Vegas, which they've been doing ever since the first couple of months of the season when they had a slow start. They're 3.5 games back and 5 games back in the lost column. Washington, couple of games under 500, 67 and 69, also playing pretty good baseball. And they're 9.5, that not out of it. In the rain delay division, Crystal Lake started 5 games back, and they end 5 games back. So both San Francisco and Crystal Lake played together. Anyway, let's see what we've got in the chat here. I'd kill to be in the Sandlot Division. Yeah, so would everybody else. Chico's will fold like a cheap suit. He hopes. I don't know. They haven't folded yet, but St. Louis is pulling away a little bit. Let's take a look at the leaders. Let's take a look at Beantown. Beantown led by and home runs by Fred McGriff and Bob Johnson in average. Taylor, okay, you guys pronounce it. He's only got 20 at bats. We'll ignore him. Their batting average, Buck Freeman seems to be the first regular. He's at 279. So their averages are sort of low, but they're known for their power. And that's probably down a little bit this year also. How's their pitching staff? Hal Newhouser, 13-11, leads their pitching staff. Hippo Vaughn at 8-17, and Dizzy Trout at 7-11. They're both not performing as well as they probably should, or as Mark probably expected them to. Amazing. Their top home run hitter, Mike Schmidt, Jeff Bagwell. Their averages, Grady Sizemore, those guys are just part-time players. Lenny Dykstra, 266. Their batting average is sort of low. A pitcher I've been trying to get my hands on all season, but I can't get Yoko to cough him up. Ranger Suarez, 12-6 with a 2.19 ERA. He leads that team in pitching. Manchester, MV's team. Well, let's see how their home run hitters are doing. Melott with 23, batting 234, not one of his better years. Juan Soto, 14 home runs, 260. Uh, he needs a little hitting. I think if MD's team is going to get anywhere, this is the guy. Lou Gehrig, first month on the job, 29 games, 292, 6 home runs. So he's been playing pretty good. There he goes. How's your pitching, MV? Well, Mark Burley with 12 wins, Tex Houston with 10, and the rest of them are not remarkable. Those are the top 3 in the Sandlot division. Let's take a look at St. Louis. Always an impressive team. And as you can see, George Sisler with 44 home runs and a 376 batting average. If you're looking for one player that's carrying the team, I think it's George Sisler as Dave Lando comes by. 6 home runs for Lou in the month, right, MV? What else did David say? Bronx scoring 5 runs a game and allowing 4.6, also getting a lottery pick. He's laughing. Well, he's getting a lottery pick. We'll go over his team in a minute. Bill Dickey, who was out for a month, is second in home runs. Let's see what else we got for batting. Eddie Collins, 348. Ed Roush, 301, but only part-time. Clemente hitting 297, along with Joe Jackson. Joe Jackson going back into the pool of players that can be drafted in season 9. This is his rookie year. Great-looking team. Pitching-wise, Carlos Rondon, 14-6, leads the Hawks. DeGrom, 13-5. St. Louis has got a great pitching staff. Kovaleski, a little off this year, 10-11. Max Scherzer went 4-1. Max Scherzer was traded to the Hawks by Vegas for Grover Cleveland Alexander. Scherzer in August was 4-1, 3.35 ERA, allowed 6 hits per 9 innings with a 180 batting average against a whip of 717. I think Clue is pretty happy with that trade. Okay. Also, Chico's. Let's take a look at Chico's. Chico's got a good team. They're surprising everybody this year, but hanging in there just behind the Hawks. Goose Goslin with 27 home runs. They're not any big home run hitters, but it seems like everybody hits home runs all the way down, up and down the lineup. Batting average-wise, Santiago Espinal, 312. Bill Freehan having a good season, 295. Toscano, I think that's his first name. Hernandez, a modern player, hitting 289. Pitching staff. Well, here you go. Probably the best pitcher in baseball. Walter Johnson, 33-13, leads the staff. Tom Seaver, 21, 54 wins, more than half their victories from 2 pitchers. Congratulations. Lehigh, always got a great team, just behind Chico's. Let's take a look at their heavy hitters. Willie McCovey, Jason Giambi, George Brett, Bobby Abreu, all having good seasons, not only with home runs average-wise. Brett, 337, McCovey, 328, Abreu, 316, Giambi, 301, all of them full-time players above 300. And Steve's done a good job putting this team together. His pitching staff looks deep. Carl Hubble at 20-17, Santana, who I tried to get earlier this year, and that's because he's a great pitcher, 19-7, 18-8 for Cooper. Rube Waddell, maybe 500, but those 15 wins sure helps. And I know that Buckshot was interested in the pitcher that I traded, Romano. He must be down the bottom. Jordan Romano in the month of August pitched 1 inning, so Buckshot, that didn't hurt coming back to your division. All right, there's a brief overview of Lehigh. Vegas in the natural division. My teams have been known for pitching, speed, and defense. Well, this team has hitting. Through August, we've got Edgar Martinez, 30 home runs, batting .330. Joe DiMaggio, 29 home runs, along with Cepeda, 28 for Killebrew, 25 for Dorr, 23 for Manny Ramirez, and 22 for Stan Musial. Batting average-wise, .341 is Musial, .330 Martinez, Ted Simmons at .297. Everybody here in the high 280s. They've hit very well for my team. This season, my pitching is okay, not great. It's enough to keep me in front by a few games, but not enough to let me escape. Tom Glavine, who we got in a big trade in the offseason, 14-11. Hoyt Wilhelm, 11-3. Hoyt Wilhelm has been a relief pitcher and started throughout his career. For the month of August, I moved him into the starting rotation. He pitched 6 games. He started 6 games in August. He is 11-3, and I think one of the reasons why I'm still in first place. Eddie Plank, 11-9. Lance McCullers gotten a trade from, I think it was Beantown, 5-3. He in limited starts. He started 12 games. Grover Cleveland Alexander. We saw what Scherzer did. Grover Cleveland for my team in August went 4-2, 3.91 ERA, 7.3 hits per 9, which is really good for him. 2.24 average against. I'll take that as a good sign. And Andy Mitchelson, I picked up in the same trade, went 2-0 in August. So those 2 pitches went 6-2. That helped me out. Hagerstown, the league run team. Well, you're going to recognize some names here, and this is why they won't go away. Mark McGuire, 38 home runs. Eddie Matthews, 35. Honus Wagner, 32. Hank Aaron at 25. Mickey Mantle, 22. They got a lot of power. Mickey Mantle's leading the team in hitting with .273. The batting average is average for our league, slightly above average. Pitching-wise, this is where they need a little help. Phil Niekro, 10-14. And we've got Tyler. Let's just check out Tyler's usage here. He's, in the month of August, went over 150, so we will have to inactivate him for the rest of the season. And as you can see, Bartolo Colon, 8-5. Pitching is not their strength. Hitting is. Union Stewart's probably the best batting lineup in the league. Let's take a peek. Rogers Hornsby, 57 home runs. Piazza, 36. Bunch of guys here with 20s. Ty Cobb, Strawberry, and Chipper Jones. All really good hitters. Who you don't see here is Lou Gehrig. Lou Gehrig would have been on this second line, a third line here with Piazza and Cobb. Batting average-wise, Hornsby at .346, Placido Polanco, .327, .324. Ty Cobb, Mike Piazza, .289. Doing very well. Let's take a look at their pitching staff. Sandy Koufax leads the staff, 13-5. He's only going to get better. Kevin Gossman, 12-8. Lon Warnke, 11-10. Ron Guidry, 10-9. All respectable. Mel Harder is not having the greatest of years. Let's see how Pedro did. Pedro, 2-1, 4.25 ERA in the first in 6 starts, allowed 9 hits, .250 average against. He didn't hurt him. Okay. That takes care of that division. Let's head over to the rain delay. We'll take a look at San Francisco, which is very impressive. Home run-wise, lots of home runs here. Ted Williams, Al Simmons, Alex Rodriguez, Gary Carter. Everybody's got plaques in the Hall of Fame except Alex Rodriguez. David Wright, Todd Helton, Tris Speaker. Average-wise, well, David Wright having a great year at .333, Walker at .315, Al Simmons .305, Gary Carter. They're all hitting pretty well. Tris Speaker's only hitting .265. I don't know why that is. That's about as bad as I've seen him hit. since he's been in the league. Pitching-wise, also very strong. Jim Bunning, 16-7. Lefty Grove, 15-11. This guy beats my butt every time he pitches. Corbin Burns, he's 11-4. Brando Woodruff is 10-10. Roger Clemens, 9-8. Smokey Joe Wood, 6-4. Everybody's a winner on this team. I think, there are no pitchers with losing records on San Francisco. Maybe that's why they're in first place. Crystal Lake, also a very good team. I think they're the second best team in my league. Home run wise, they got some big time hitters here also. Jimmy Fox with 51, Hank Greenberg with 32, Barry Bonds 25, Wade Boggs 19. Tell me, Wade Boggs 19 home runs. This must be 1987. Yep, it's the only year he had home runs. Batting average wise, 355. Hideki Matsui's in a limited 38 games. Wade Boggs 337, Karug 334, Oliva 305, perennial 300 hitters there. Pitching wise, Bob Gibson 16-12, Gary Maddox 16-13, Randy Johnson 12-8, Dwight Gooden. That's about as four of the best starting pitchers in the league that there is. We have one losing pitcher on this staff, and that's Nolan Ryan with a 6-7 record, and that's why they're doing so well. And last but not least, let's review Edmonton. Edmonton, hitting wise, we've got some good hitters here too. 36 home runs, David Ortiz with a 262 average. Sherry McGee, 25 home runs, currently injured till September 24th. That's not good. Jim Tomei just got off injury, 22 home runs. Batting average-wise, Derek Jeter hitting an even 300. Lewis Robert at 286, Paul O'Neill 285, Mickey Cochran 283. This is a solid team. Pitching-wise, 10-0, Christy Matheson. Joe Holland 9-7, Gary Peters 8-12, could do better. Lance Lynn 8-6, Chad Green. It's a good pitching staff all the way up and down. There's a review of the teams. Let's just take a look at the league leaders in batting and pitching, and then we'll wrap it up, and we will zip the league file, send it over to Steve. Everybody can get their manager files in for the month of September, and we can enjoy the pennant run. Okay, batting leaders, George Sisler leads, Eddie Collins second, Rogers Hornsby third, Stan Musial fourth, Wade Boggs fifth. Home runs, Babe Ruth with 70 home runs, Hornsby 57, Jimmy Fox 51, Hornsby only 162 RBIs, Sisler trails him by 20, and Ruth OPS 1200, not bad. Pitching leaders, Jacob deGrom and Ranger Suarez, Walter Johnson with 33 victories. Nichols for Washington Clowns, he'll hit 30 here for another week or so. Save-wise, Klaus and Eckersley have been fighting it out the entire season for the saves win. Strikeouts, Walter Johnson. There you go. Once again, Beantown leads the Sandlot, St. Louis Moneyball, Vegas leads Naturals, San Francisco leads Rain Delay. There are good races. In the closest race in the Natural, Rain Delay number 2, Moneyball number 3, and Beantown has got the biggest lead of anybody. I want to thank Aaron Reed for coming by, Jeff Hunter, Jeff Tate, MV came by, David Landau, of course, and I think that's about it. Buckshot was here. Thank you, Buckshot, for checking in. Mark from Beantown was here, and he was also the first one in the stadium. Anyway, I hope everyone has a wonderful Friday evening. I will zip this up for everyone to download if that's what they like to do. And we'll get your manager files in for Saturday. And Sunday, we can start September. We're almost in the playoffs. Hope everyone has a nice evening. See you on Discord.